What's up, guys? This is Johan Bester from Charisma Performing Arts. Welcome to another analysis video. I'm a vocal coach here in Johannesburg, South Africa, who works with singers, who help produce singers and get the music out into the world, train choirs, train choir conductors, writes choir music, all that kind of thing. And I'm so glad you joined me for this analysis of a singer in American Idol who is now one of the top 5 left in the competition. This singer is the one who I believe will probably win. And the reason is not necessarily how brilliant he is at singing. Obviously, he sings well. I mean, you can't be this far in a singing competition if you can't sing. He can sing. But I think more important than his vocal ability is his tone. The kind of sound that he makes. It is so warm, smooth, pleasant, beautifully soothing to listen to. That's the kind of sound that he makes. And he has made the same sound all throughout the competition. Everything I saw about him had the same sound. The reason I'm saying that is there are other singers like Nutsa, for instance, like Wayani, and others, who in different genres and in different styles of music use their voice in a very different way to before, who displayed a lot of different applications of the type of sound that they can make, which I think is brilliant, especially in a singing competition. Whereas Iam Tongi always sings in the same sound and in the same way. So that, I think, is more important than how good he maybe is as a singer. But even more important than that is his heart. And how everybody clearly just loves him. He's just a massively adorable, lovable kind of person. So people connect with him for who he is. And I think just more people will vote for him than for anybody else. I might be wrong, but yeah. So I haven't heard this performance of his. He sang Guardian. Alanis Morrissette, of course, if you follow the show, you'll know that this week they had to sing a song by her, and she was also the mentor on this episode, which is so beautiful to see. Her way with people is so lovely and useful. The things that she says, so useful, I think. And then they also sang duets, Ed Sheeran duets. So we have 2 guest judges, and it's a bit exciting. So let's see how Ian's session with Alanis went, and then how he sang her song.
The song I chose for this round is Guardian.
But the song initially was written about my own, inner parent talking with all these parts in here, and then the chorus was about my son.
Yeah. When I do this performance, I'm thinking of my mom.
So kind of turning it around.
Yeah.
Me listening to Ian sing it as though I were his mom, brought me to tears, because he has this presence of power and yet also has this beautiful vulnerability. That's so beautiful. If any of my children sang that song to me, I would be a mess. So I would love to hear you split it up into 3 parts. The very, very intimate, the middle, and then that full-blown. You want to play with that dynamic a little bit?
Running through the dynamics of the song, it was hard for me. I don't really know how to go big, but she helped me a lot.
Big, small, medium. I think there's a potential for Ian to have a really sweet moment here.
I want to make Alanis proud, but I mostly want to make my mom proud, because this song's about her, to her. You smile when you're in pain. You who is so shut down. So why would you talk to me at all? Such words were dishonorable and in vain. The promise is solid as a fall. And where was your watchman? I'll be a keeper for life as your guardian. I'll be a warrior of care, your first warning. I'll be your angel on call. I'll be your command. The greatest honor of all as your guardian. As your guardian. Now enter your watchman. Now enter your watchman. I'll be a keeper for life as your guardian. The greatest honor of all as your guardian. As your guardian. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, you see? That's what I'm talking about. It's just his heart comes through so beautifully when he sings, whatever he sings. And especially when he can connect emotionally, like he did in this song, to somebody he loves. So we know the story of his dad who passed away and how he had many moments during the competition where he could relate what he chose to sing to how he felt about his dad and now his mum. So that's really beautiful. There were 2 or 3 moments where the pitch wasn't spot on. Who cares, I hear you say. I know, but I'm just saying. And then he keeps choosing keys that is a little bit low. Guardian. When he sang that last note, second last guardian in each chorus on the E, it's the only moment for me where his voice really shone. So I wish he would. Now, I heard what he said to Alanis, or in the package insert, he said, I'm not really that kind of singer who, goes all out. That's a pity. For me. I'm like, Joe, why don't you just explore that a little bit? Why don't you move your songs up a tone or a tone and a half and just try to punch it a bit more? There's not a lot of energy in his sound. Please don't write me nasty messages. I'm just saying he's cruising. Vocally, he's just cruising because he does it so naturally and it's so beautiful and so pleasing and so emotional. But he's just cruising. I can't think of a moment that I really heard him go for it vocally. And if I was his mentor or somebody close to him, I would say, man, there's something more there for you to explore. I often say to new singers that I meet or singers who ask my opinion, I say, look, it's fine, it's beautiful, this and that is good, your instincts, whatever. But you are operating at 40 or 45% of your capacity. Why would you not try to explore the other 55%? And I'm just saying it would be great if he could stay true to himself. He could still be Iam with his whole vibe, but just explore what else is possible vocally. Higher, more connected vocally, more powerful, more options, more different kinds of songs to sing in more different kinds of ways. So, yeah, that's my opinion on Iam, but as a vocalist. But as a human and as somebody who's so naturally just an artist, he just stands there and he sings one phrase and people start screaming or crying because that's his gift. And that is the gift that he is when he is on stage. So I wish him well. I'm keen to see what happens in the next 2 weeks, the final 2 weeks. Probably he's going to end up being the American Idol for this season. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Thank you for spending the time with me. And until we speak again, please take care of yourself. Before you go, let me just take an opportunity to remind you of my Patreon page, Charisma Performing Arts Patreon page. That's for people like you who are really serious about developing your voice, enhancing your ability to communicate more effectively using your voice, whether it's for speaking or singing. Patreon, check it out. The link is in the description.